All right. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is 1:43 p.m. my time. I don't know what time it is, but whatever time it is, your region, your city, or your state, I thank you for joining me live, and I thank you for the ones who are going to come listen to it later on after it renders, or whatever the hell they call it when we get through doing these damn live shows. But first off, let me know if you can hear me. Give me a mic check. Let me know you can hear me. Let me know that you can see the video, and we can get right into it. And while I wait, I know y'all. Let me do a backup copy. I don't know why it does this. It just gets on my nerves when it does that. I guess I'm letting y'all know now. Maybe a lot of buffering, because it's doing that thing again where it's not holding a stable connection. I don't know why it's starting it again, but that is frustrating. That it does that. So if it start buffering a lot, I'm doing a backup copy now. So wherever important parts that you feel like you may have missed, you can go to my 2.0 channel and catch it there. You can go to my backup channel and catch it there, and I'm constantly getting. This is so frustrating. So fucking frustrating. So fucking frustrated. Can't even have a decent show without the technical difficulties of the Wi-Fi or whatever. You know. So yes, guys, if you get a lot of boyfriend, please forgive me because you're probably going to get it. You are probably going to get it. And if it gets too bad, I just shut it down and try to do a premiere or something. Anyway, though, did anybody tell me they can hear me? Did y'all anybody tell me they can hear me? Y'all probably did. I just probably missed it. I'm sorry if you did. Yeah, so it was buffering. I just seen somebody say it was spinning, so it was buffering. All right, I'm gonna try to make it work, but can you hear? All right. Hey, what up, Latoya? What up, Queen? Sea Turtle, what's going on? Lakendra, Tanya, Joanne, Dee Dee, what's going on? Everything you read, you said, did I get your email? Yeah, I did. I just got it before I went live. Monarch Blue, what's going on? Good day, Tina Powers. George Jackson, what's going on? Yeah, I got it like right before I went live. I don't think I touched that story though, but I look into it though. All right. But anyway, guys, let's get right into this before it starts fucking up real bad. All right. So check it. We have an update where I know I've been waiting on this update, and we have the update of the story about Sam, and here we go. Let me find this picture, and all right. So there goes Sam Olson right there. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who may not know about the story or don't remember the story, I want to go back in time doing this broadcast as well. I'm going to go back in time for y'all. But however, though, the meat and potato of it is he was reported missing. He was reported missing. Dad was in a ruckus, crying in this, that, and the third. His girlfriend, Theresa Balboa, who I call Theresa Rocket Balboa, really didn't show no emotion, if you ask me. But she talking about how he called her mama, and things like that. So he was reported missing. Tim from the Equus Search got involved with it and pretty much told Dalton that that woman had everything to do with your son's death. Tim told him that. Now, whether he accepted or not at the time, I do not know. But Tim told him, your girlfriend had everything to do with your son's death. And then what we learned right after he said that to him is that Theresa tried to flee, but she was caught and she was jailed. And not only that, kind of find out the guy who drove her to the place where she tried to run to, they got him. And also she had a boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend, son that she was staying with. They tried to help her cover the evidence or what have you. All right. So this story just been a whole whirlwind of just crazy people surrounding this boy's death or whatnot, as well as with other stories that we have covered on this platform. So now, which brings us to today, that now they have finally got a trial date set for Theresa. Unfortunately, it ain't till next year. But however, though, they finally have a trial date set for this lady. And I'm going to play this clip and let y'all hear it. And we're going to go back in time for those who don't know about this story, or those who need their memory refreshed about this story. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear about the current events in the story of Sam Olson. Let's go.
1 year ago, a frantic search for a missing 5-year-old boy ended in the worst way possible. Samuel Olson was found dead just a few days shy of his 6th birthday. 3 people now face charges in his murder, and ABC 13's Micah Hatfield, she covered that.
Lisa, of the 3 suspects who were charged in little Samuel's disappearance and death, only one was charged with his murder. That's Theresa Balboa. She was in a relationship with the child's father at the time. A trial date was set in her capital murder case for February of 2023.
This is one of my more heartbreaking cases, just due to the egregiousness of not only the murder and the trusted relationship that was involved in gaining access to the child.
He was days shy of his 6th birthday, but Samuel Olson didn't make it. He was reported missing on May 27th of 2021 by his father's girlfriend at the time, Theresa Balboa. Authorities say he may have been missing for weeks prior. EquiSearch got involved alongside police looking for any trace of the young boy. Balboa spoke to ABC 13 during one of those searches.
I can't say where he could be, where he might be, because honestly, we don't know.
The day after that interview, a Crime Stoppers tip led police to a motel room in Jasper, Texas, 2 hours away, where they say they found Balboa with the child's body in a storage tub. She was taken into custody and charged with capital murder, now set for trial in February of 2023. The attorney for the now 30-year-old says they are going through the substantial discovery and evidence in the case, and they anticipate being ready for trial next year. She remains in jail. Found with Balboa in Jasper that day, Dylan Ray Walker. We later found out he called Crime Stoppers to report what was going on. He was charged with tampering with intent to impair in Jasper County. Also charged, Ben Rivera, Balboa's roommate. He's charged with tampering with evidence. With Rivera's arrest, we learned the possible murder weapon had been found. The prosecutor on the case today would not reveal what the weapon was or where it was found. The medical examiner's office ruled Samuel died from homicidal violence.
There are going to be mixed opinions on whether or not we have found the murder weapon. And with any case, it all comes down to the credibility of the witnesses on the stand and the credibility of, including the credibility of any forensic analysis that's been done.
Because Balboa is charged with capital murder, she is eligible for the death penalty, but it's not been decided if the DA's office will pursue that. Ultimately, that decision will be left up to the district attorney, Kim Ogg. Live in the newsroom, Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the update. In the story of Samuel Olson, that is the update. Now, they say she's eligible for the death penalty. She's eligible. So when they say that, it's a possibility she might not get the death penalty. All right. Now, I will ask this question to you, to my audience. All in favor of the death penalty? Say aye. All in favor of the death penalty? Say aye. And I guess I could be one to say aye. because of the extent of what went on with that boy. All right? The extent that went on with that boy. So I say because here's my thing. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of you think the same way that I think. Here's my thing. Why should we allow somebody like her to live when she did not let this young child live? She didn't let him live. So why should she live? Now, when it comes to stuff like this, I do believe eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But as we all see, a lot of time that's not the way that your justice system works. It doesn't work like that. A lot of these people do this stuff and still get away with blatant murder. Blatant murder. All right? Now, with that being said, here's another thing right here. You mean to tell me that this story is almost a year old and we still have not heard from Dalton Olson? We still have not heard from Dalton Olson. Love my little, say I missed the beginning. Love my little, what's going to end up happening once I get through this stream? What's going to happen when I get through this stream? I'm going to premiere it on my backup channel because y'all missing some information because it keep on buffering. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as I get through with this one, I'm going to go to my 2.0 channel. And I'm going to run this on my 2.0 channel so y'all can catch everything without the stops. So y'all can catch everything without the stops because it's dropping frames bad on my end. I don't really think it's my internet. I think it's this software. I don't know because I had this problem once before. But I kept going live and it kept doing this crap. You know? So when I get through with this, I'm going to put it on my 2.0 channel, run it as a premiere. Y'all can go over there and watch the whole thing without the hiccups and still chat over there in the premiere. All right. Now, where was I when I said? Okay. Yeah. This boy story is almost a year old. If it's not a year. No, it's almost a year old. It's about to be a year old next month. And you mean to tell me his dad still ain't came out and said a damn thing? That's disturbing. For a man who sat up on his interview and cried his eyeballs out because his son was missing. And then you find that your girlfriend was the one behind it. You would think you would come out like a rabid beast. But this man still ain't said nothing. I don't know. Maybe it's the fight against his attorneys. I don't know. Maybe the attorneys told him to shut up if he got one. I don't know. Or maybe he just have a disdain for Sarah that he's being an asshole and stubborn and not saying anything. Because according to this story where we find out a lot going on, that I believe Sarah had custody. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Sarah had custody of Samuel. Dalton supposed to get him, I think on the weekends or something like that. Dalton went and got Sam and never brought him back. Sarah and Sam was at a party. Sarah tried to take Sam and get away. Dalton got in the way of the vehicle and she hit Dalton with the vehicle. Now, Sarah didn't get charged for that. She didn't get charged for that. All right. But however, though, she tried to get her son and go. And we also learned in this story that her son was telling her, Mama, they mean to me. They mean to me. Now, when a child tell you that, you need to check into it what he mean by being mean. Because a lot of times children have, I think, a different personification of what mean really means. You know, meaning, for example, if they ask for something, you don't do it, they may consider that as being mean. You know, so I think a lot of children have a misinformation about what mean actually means. But also, and with that being said, children are not stupid. They know we are using a negative tone with them. And especially if they haven't done anything, they know you're using a negative tone. And a lot of children can sense when you don't like them. They can sense it. And we know across the globe with a lot of these children just get bullied and abused for no reason. And they go through this on a constant basis every day. And the thing that breaks my heart the most, and I'm pretty much sure it breaks your heart, is they cries go unheard. Because they've been shadowed from the public. Punk. That when the child get out in the public, the child gonna throw smoke signals that something is wrong. Theresa Balboa is a punk. All right? Theresa Balboa is a punk. And with that being said, I'm going to call Dalton a punk too. Because what we learned in this story a lot of times, excuse me. What we learned in this story was Dalton knew a lot of this stuff that was going on. He had to know. There's no way he's going to tell me that he did not know. He knew a lot of stuff that was going on with his son. He just didn't give a damn. He even left his son with this woman, I don't know how many times, and this woman staying with the ex-boyfriend. But it's supposed to be your woman. But she stayed with the ex-boyfriend. So if Sam was telling his mama they was being mean, then you had to know it too, sir. You had to. So with that being said, he's a punk too. And you let Theresa punk you. You did. Which brings back to what I just said earlier before I said all that. This going on a year. You still ain't came out and spoke about your son. And I think that's sad. You ain't came out and spoke nothing about your son. And it says right here that 1 year ago, the body of a 5-year-old child initially reported missing was found in a plastic container in a motel in Jasper with his father's girlfriend at the time. Theresa Balboa, 30, is in jail and charged with capital murder in the death of 5-year-old Samuel Olson. Her case is set for trial in February of 2023 because she is charged with capital murder. Balboa is eligible for the death penalty. The district attorney's office said it will ultimately be left up to the elected DA, Kim Ogg, to determine if that will be pursued. Balboa's attorney said the case is moving along quicker than many of the backlog cases, and they will be prepared for the trial date. Authorities believe he died days short of his 6th birthday. Here we go, another child who died right before his birthday. Did a story the other day about a baby who died on her birthday by the hands of her mom. She died on her birthday. She just had turned. Died on her birthday. And I think that is so fucking sad. And it goes on to say, this is one of my worst cases just because of the egregious of the murder and the trusted relationship that was involved in gaining access to the child. Andrea Beal, the prosecutor assigned to the case, said, Balboa reported the child missing on May 27th and blamed the child's biological mother. Oh yeah, I forgot. This wench right here blamed the mom. Talk about the mom came and then got the child and then disappeared with the child. You know, I forgot about that part. I forgot about that. This woman was devilish and selfish. All right? So she blamed the biological mother for disappearing. Investigators determined he may have been dead for weeks prior through further investigation. Crime Stoppers received a tip that led them to that led him to Samuel's body, which was found in a plastic container at a motel about 2 hours from Houston with Balboa. Dylan Ray Walker, 28, was also found with the child's body in Jasper. Authorities later revealed that he called in Crime Stoppers tip. Still, he was charged with tampering with the intent to impair. His next court date would be Wednesday, I believe. It is Wednesday the 8th. His trial date is going to be set for Wednesday. The third person charged with Samuel's death is Balboa's roommate, Ben Rivera. He is out on bond for temporary evidence. Rivera told the police he went to Walmart on May 13, bought duct tape and a plastic tote bin that they put the child in and took him to a storage unit where he remained until May 31st. You gotta be a sick ass motherfucker to help somebody do this, and you know what's going on, but you help this motherfucker do this. You gotta be a sick son of a bitch. That's all they do. You gotta be one sick son of a bitch to sit up here and help somebody that you know you got a body up in there, and you gonna carry your funk ass up to Walmart and go get some damn duct tape and a plastic bin to help this sorry piece of shit to hide this boy's body. Investigators found a Walmart receipt during a search warrant according to court records. After his arrest, ABC 13 learned the possible murder weapon had been recovered. Bill would not disclose the weapon. Now, to this day, they still ain't disclosed the weapon that was used or its location to not harm the case. She said, I believe there will be mixed opinions if we find the murder weapon, Bill said. Within the case, it all comes down to the witness on the stand and the credibility of the forensic analyst that has been done. That's really the core of every state's case. Bill said it is unclear if Rivera's case will go to trial. She plans to present it to their Capitol Review Committee to figure out the next steps. Anytime we have a capital murder, we present it to a select few individuals or the prosecutors in the office who have a vast array of experience, and we all discuss what appropriate plea recommendations would be on the case. If there will be any sort of offers related to testifying co-defendants, if we will pursue the death penalty decision, Bill said. The prosecutor believes they have a solid case to help secure justice for Samuel's family. She said there is a tremendous amount of evidence to review in the case. In a case like this, where you have multiple different agencies involved, multiple different police jurisdictions who have participated, there is a huge amount of discovery, Bill said. For more information on this story, follow Micah Hatfield on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I do follow Micah on Twitter. All right? And I do follow Micah on Twitter. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you today the update on Sam. And they are getting the ball rolling. Theresa Balboa has her trial date set. So, we're going to have to wait till next year before the trial begins. No. But I am curious though if she's going to be under watch in case she try to take her life. I am curious about that. Is she going to try to take her life? You don't know what a lot of these cowards do. They do this shit to people, then they turn around and try to take their life. All right, because they don't want to face justice or what they did to these children. So they try to take their life. The story I did the other day. The mama killed her child and then turned around and tried to take her life. But she was unsuccessful. And I'm glad she was. But the crazy thing about her was they say she was high on PCP, she drank bleach, and she had a plastic bag over her head. That motherfucker still survived. But I believe it was meant for her to survive so she could face justice. All right? So I'm going to take this time here to see who all in the chat room right now before I go any further. Hey, LaKendra, what's going on? How you doing? Love my littles. How you doing? Who else came in? Curl. Hey, what's going on, my friend? What's going on? Did anybody else come in that I did not see? New Orleans lady, what's going on? Laura Pender, all right. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, it's 2008 was in the building. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Man, shout out to all y'all. Good day to all y'all. Thank y'all for joining me for this update. And I am sorry for the hiccups. Y'all seen the hiccups? I am sorry for that. But I will drop my backup channel there so y'all can go watch the whole show without the hiccups. You know, so you don't have to worry about no stoppage or no whatever that shit called. You don't have to worry about none of that because you'll be watching a clean cut show. All right. So, with that being said, let's go back in time a little bit, shall we? And look at some of the events that led up to this child's death. Let's go back in time a little bit and catch up. And let me refresh your memory. I want to refresh your memory. First off, if y'all don't mind, let's listen to the dad again.
First off, if you say your name, spell it for me.
My name is Dalton Olson, D-A-L-T-O-N-O-L-S-O-N.
Dalton, this must be some rough times. Can you tell me what it's been like?
I feel like I'm living in a nightmare I can't wake up from. No parent should ever have to feel this. I can't eat, I can't sleep. I'm at a loss for words, man.
I understand. Have the police told you anything or given you any...
We're doing our best right now to get out there and search for him. We're trying to cooperate and give them everything. We've given them everything that we can. Any little information we think is important or even as insignificant as we think it is, we still hand it over.
I see. Yeah.
So we're just trying to do everything we can to play our part to help bring my son home safe, because that's all that matters at the end of today is please help me find my son.
What was your son's name?
His name is Samuel Olson. He just turned 6 years old on the 29th. He has a little bit of shaggy hair on top, shorter on the sides.
Yeah. And you said you're going to be passing out some flyers.
Yes, sir. We're all in the area.
That, yeah.
We've been in the Pasadena, LaPorte area passing out flyers. Right now, we're over here on the southwest side of Houston passing out flyers. We're going to go to the area where he was last seen, and we're going to pass out flyers. I mean, anywhere we can just hand out anything for somebody if they've seen something. I mean, any little bit of information will help.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So this was going back in time when everything was still coming out, and that was the interview of the dad. This is the only interview that we heard of the dad, and this was last year. This is the only interview we heard of the dad. Now let me ask y'all something. When y'all first saw this, how many of y'all fell for him? As a man, I did. Because honestly, I really thought that he didn't know what happened. Well, at this time, he probably didn't know what happened. So as a man, yeah, I like, damn, man, that's fucked up to see a dad on the camera crying like that. You know, because his son was missing. So I had a heart for him. So I like to know. Even y'all here felt the same way for him when y'all first saw this interview. Latoya said she did. LaKenda said she did. I ain't gonna lie, I did too. God knows I did. Lord knows I did. But then as the story started, where yes, 2008, they found it suspicious and thought drugs played a part. Now with the drugs thing, I don't remember if it ever came out saying anything that they did drugs, but you weren't the only one that said it. It was a lot of people saying that they felt like drugs was involved, and it could be. It could be quite possible drugs was involved, but nobody has came out and confirmed that as of yet. You know, maybe when the trial get going. Why I say this. If the trial gets going and they do come out and say drugs was involved, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't. But here's the thing that got me when you look at this interview and then when you start seeing everything unfolding is when you seen that devil behind him get out that car. When I find out Theresa Balboa did this to this boy, every time I saw this video and the one I'm going to play next, it just make your stomach cringe. How can you sit here in my face as my girlfriend, my lover, my wife, my fiance, whoever the fuck you are to me, do this to my child and got the nerve to sit up there and console me, hugging on me as if you really gave a fuck? How can you do that? How? But it's sad you got a lot of them that does this. That's why they call it sleeping with the enemy. The enemy is right there in your face, right there under your nose. And a lot of times we don't know it until it's too late. But Dalton, sir, same thing with you, man. You kept leaving your boy with this woman. And you knew Sarah's supposed to have this boy. You gave that woman the blues. But you let the terrorists keep your son. And not only that, but they saying the roommate was her ex-boyfriend. Now again, I'm not a tough guy. All right? I'm not a tough guy. But I'd be damned if I have a child, you're going to treat me like a pussy. When it comes to my child, I'd be damned if I let you sit up here and treat me like a pussy and punk me in my fucking face. Then what we find out is the story was continuing. Dalton didn't seem like he had a stable place. He wasn't in a stable place, a living place, or whatever. But you gave Sarah a hard time getting her son back, but let this bitch right here keep your son with her ex-boyfriend. I don't give a damn. I can't do it. I can't do it. Fuck that. I'm not a tough guy, but you ain't finna punk me like that about my child. You're not. And it just story continued. This man seemed like he just got punked up, down, left, right by this woman. He got punked up, down, left, right by this woman. He just constantly kept getting punked. All right, guys. Let's go back. Let's go down some more on this memory lane. Let's go back in memory lane on all this, if y'all don't mind. Let's go back memory lane. All right. If y'all don't mind, please get that thumbs up, boy. Appreciate you. And it look like it's bringing more people in the more y'all do it. Where is it at? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find this. I was just looking at it. Shit, where is it at? Now, okay, let's listen to this asshole right here.
And we're going to continue to search until we find him.
What do you think? Where do you think he could be?
Somewhere with... not with us.
And even in this interview, you can still hear Dalton in the background. For those who listen real good, you still hear this man in the background just weeping and boo-hooing his eyes out while this bitch sitting up here on the camera just sitting up here lying through the skin of her teeth. And even as I pause you right here, face just look evil. This is evil right here. You've been laying with this woman. You've been laying with this woman who didn't give a damn about you, let alone to give a damn about your child. You been laying with this woman. And she's sitting up here just lying her ass off. That face just look evil. Make you just want to punch her right in that damn wide ass nostrils right there she got. That's a sick ass woman right there. That woman's sick.
And that's the important thing, is that he is not with us and we need to bring him back to us. So I can't say where he could be, where he might be, like, because honestly, we don't know. At this point, we don't know. All we can do is keep searching and doing, you know, everything we've been doing, and we're gonna continue to do it.
You think he's definitely alive?
Oh yeah. We just keep picturing him sitting, watching cartoons, waiting for us. Just sitting there waiting for us, and we're gonna get him. We're gonna find him.
Tell me about your relationship. Did he call you mom? Did he? I mean, or at least
Super mommy. That was his choice. It wasn't forced. We didn't force him, because I'm like, I don't want to like force that. But you know, he used to call me Super mommy or Theresa. You know, it was still uncomfortable for him. You know, because you know he's little. He's a kid, and he knows who his mom is, but he also knows that how much I care about him and everything that I've been doing for him and have done for him. So we're gonna find him. I know we're gonna find him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all heard Dalton in the background, but he was saying somebody he had lost his job. I just heard him. He said he lost his job, and he mentioned something about Sarah. He said he just lost his job. I don't know where he was working at, but I just heard him. He said somebody he lost his job, and he said something about Sarah, but I couldn't make out what he said. And as you see in this interview that she did, she tried to make herself cry, but it didn't work. She tried to make herself cry, but it didn't work. It's like the more she talked, the more she tried, but she could not produce the tears, because that's not her personality to have feelings for that boy. She never had feelings for that boy. So she did all that. Did all that. And she was the one that did it. But let's even go further than that. Let's go further than that. Because I think a lot of you had problems with this interview, if y'all remember it. How many of y'all remember this interview right here?
What your grandson?
He is the sweetest, kindest, most loving child. He's so smart. He loves dinosaurs. He can tell you which ones are herbivores and carnivores, and he puts them in the hibiscus trees and lets them eat. And he loves Buzz Lightyear and Woody and Forky and his egg. We just need information on anybody that knows anything to please contact HPD or EquiSearch, Tim. They're all working very hard. This case is very confusing, like HPD said last night. There's conflicting stories. They're sorting out those issues at the moment. The last person Sam was seen with was with Theresa Balboa. Last night, I know you guys are all aware of this because we just found out last night and we are devastated. We can't find her now. So this is turned. The most important thing is anybody who knows where she's at to please contact HPD. Theresa, if you're watching this, you need to contact me. We are shocked. We are devastated for everybody involved. And to clear up that rumor that nobody's seen Sam since April 30th is a lie. I just provided you guys with pictures with dates. He was with us. Dalton is not a bad father. He would never harm that baby. He loves him to death. He would die for him. And if you're a parent, you understand what he's going through right now. And the possibility of trusting someone you thought you knew could do this. We have to have answers. Now, whether the other family's involved, I don't know. But whoever it is, this is Sam. He just turned 6. We didn't even get spend his birthday with him. And I would like anybody out there to donate to EquiSearch because they have been truly amazing through all this. Tim and everyone, all the searchers, they need supplies, y'all. They need Gatorade, they need water, they need off, they need towels. Anything that you guys can provide out there when you know that we're going to do another search for Sam. Please just drop something off for those people that are taking the time and have to do this kind of thing.
When's the last time you saw him?
May 2nd is the last time I physically had my hands on Sam.
And his guess is he was getting sick?
Yes. And we're not going to go into that. We're going to let the detectives sort all that he said, she said, crapola out.
Were you able to talk to Theresa? Because I know she's been MIA.
She has been with us since day one. And she has been helping search. From Friday, she's been in with investigators several times. She's given up her phone. My son, we've all given up. We've all been interviewed. So now 15.
And then she's been missing since then?
Yes.
And what does he have to say about it?
He is devastated.
We have no idea where she went?
No.
Did anything before she left?
Nope. She was on the other side of the road handing out flyers. Dalton went on the other side, and that was it.
When's the last time your son saw Sam?
You'd have to ask Dalton. Everything's just a blur right now. But Dalton has seen and talked to Sam. So that's another thing. They're trying to pinpoint dates down. So, again, any information, anybody that may have saw something and not realized it, just notify HPD.
Tanya, what do you think happened? Is there a story that makes sense to you?
None of this makes any sense. None of it.
And Teresa's the one that came up that brought the story up with the fake cop, correct? Was she alone with Sam when that happened?
Again, I want you to talk to detectives about this because the statements have already been made. I don't want to say something that would mess up their investigation. It's very important because they are doing everything they can to figure this mess out. So please, if you're going to report something, make sure it's correct. Make sure. I've been quoted saying that I had custody. I never said that. So again, this stuff is very important because people are watching what you guys are doing. And they're muddying the waters for detectives, which means they're going on false leads, wasting time and energy and resources on stuff that doesn't even pertain to this. So that is my main thing today. And every day is going to be we get the right news out there at the right time so detectives don't have to spend 10 minutes on something when they can be 10 minutes on Sam.
And how often does Sam stay with his mom?
Sam hasn't been with his mom since January of last year.
2020?
Yes.
And why is that?
Again, I'm not discussing any of the details of that.
We can't indulge anything on that right now.
Was this a custody issue at all in May?
I cannot discuss any of that. Again, Like I said, it really doesn't even matter what happened before. We have to find Sam now. And that is our biggest thing.
That's the goal.
That is our goal.
As a grandmother, could you speak to somebody out there? Obviously, somebody's seen something, they know something, maybe they're keeping information to themselves. Can you speak to that one person out there that really could help crack this case for investigators and bring it?
As a mom and as a grandma, if you know anything or you think your child is capable of this, you need to sit them down and pray with them and make them do the right thing.
Grandmother, Dalton mom. If I'm not mistaken, when I first covered this story, when you said that bothered me. Because as we learned throughout the story, I don't think we heard anything from you either. I don't think we heard anything else from you when it came out, when all this stuff had came out, and it sounded like that Dalton was surrounding all this stuff. I don't think we heard nothing else from you. I get it. It's your son, and I say this all the time. Parents don't want to see their children in a bad light, so they're going to try to water this situation down, try to make it seem like they're not a bad person. Now, with that being said, I don't know if Dalton a bad person or not. But I will say this. When it came to his son, he made very poor decisions. Very poor decisions. And like somebody said in the chat room, your son had kidnapped Sam. He supposed to have gave him back to Sarah. Now, I don't know if the details had came out before you did this interview, but I guaranteed you knew about that, why you did this interview. And I'm assuming this is one of the things that you and your husband back there was talking about that y'all can't talk about. And I get it, and I understand it. Maybe you cannot talk about that. Because I remember one of the reporters asked y'all about the custody thing. Matter of fact, there was one of the things y'all talk about because one of the reporters did ask y'all about the custody thing. You said y'all can't talk about that. So, which lets me know y'all knew Dalton was doing wrong when he did not return that boy back to his mama. All right? Now, does that say he's a bad person? I don't think so. But he made very poor decisions when it came to his son and Theresa. All right? Hey, Donna, what's going on, baby? How you doing? Long time. Appreciate you. Hey, 420 mama, how you doing? All right. And yes, Donna, you're absolutely right. When this story first came out, it shit was draining as fuck. It was because so much fuck shit that was going on. Like the Cal City boys with their stories. So much fuck shit was going on. All right? So I'll say this to you, Mama Dalton, or whoever your name is. Yeah. When all this came out, when this came out that Theresa was the one that did the dirty deed, you went silent too. You know? So now, unless there's another conference out there that you did that I missed it. Unless you did another one that I missed. I don't know. But y'all went silent. It seemed like when it came out that Theresa did it, everybody went silent except for Sarah. Everybody who's on the side of Dalton went silent. Now that I think about it. Why is that? What's going on here? Why everybody went silent? Just like Mama Dalton, just like you came out and talked about this about Theresa, I'm sure you care about your son. You should have came out and got on his ass too. In my opinion, you should have came out, the same message you sent out to Theresa. You should have been doing the same thing to your son when he was doing wrong. All right? How many of y'all agree with me when I say that? Let's continue.
I know it's hard to have to think that you love somebody and somebody could do something. But we need to know, and you need to face whatever consequences for your actions.
Do you think Sam's in danger, reading between the lines there?
I think this is now bumped up. I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate. I'm just going to let the detectives do what they have to do, and that's what Dalton and all of us are doing.
Your son says Theresa loves Sam.
Yes, she does. She's been very good to Sam. Does flashcards with him.
So you
takes
thought?
him to the beach.
So you thought she was? So you thought she was?
What do you want to say to her or anyone else?
Just bring Sam home. Just bring Sam home. This can't go on anymore. We need to know where he is. Where he is, and that he's safe, and that he's good. And that way he can have a birthday party.
And he spent a lot of his month of May with her, right?
I'm not getting into any more of that. Like I said, I've given you everything I can give you. Again, talk to detectives.
I do want to nail down that what happened when that person took him.
Again, I am not going to get into this because we don't know what the detectives are working on. We don't want to give any information out that somebody may run, somebody may leave town, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, we don't want to even speculate on anything. Just let the detectives do what they have to do.
What do you know for sure? Where Sam was, who he was with, what do you know for sure?
I think the detectives need to give you that stuff. Because again, I don't want to put any false information out there that...
It's a better question to ask them.
Did you have something planned for his birthday on Saturday?
Yes, we did.
What were you going to do?
We were going to have a party here at the house for him.
But if it was going to rain, we were going to go to pizza. And
What do you want to say to Sam?
Egg loves you, baby. Uncle Wawa loves you. Papa loves you. Daddy loves you. I know your mommy loves you. I know that your Mimi loves you. I know all your aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody loves you and misses you. And we're gonna see you soon, honey. I promise. I promise, Sam. I promise. I'll never give up. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna say this right here, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. There's nothing. If it's safe for me to use this term, there's nothing greater than a grandparent's love. When we all grew up, it seemed like grandparents was the favorite of the family with all of us. Yeah, truly, we had a lot of moms and a lot of our dads love us. But then again, a lot of us didn't feel the love from our mom and dads that we wanted to feel. But it was something about the grandmother and granddad of love. It was the best. It was like the greatest love you could ever feel. All right. So, do I believe the granddad and grandmother loves Sam? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Did I believe she was covering for Dalton in this? Yes, I do. But even with that being said, on the other side of that card, there's only so much that she could say. But I think some of the things that she could have said, she didn't say because she didn't want to make her son look bad. And I get it because that's her son. All right. So I really do believe she was hurt by all this. She was hurt. Definitely. Definitely. One thing at this whole interview that she did that I agree with. When she said you're going to report this story, make sure you got it right. And I agree with her when she say that. I definitely agree with her when she say that. Because we hear with a lot of these stories with us YouTubers or wherever you do your podcast at, wherever social media that you use your, they do your podcast at. A lot of people take the first thing that they hear and run with it. Because a lot of them want to be the first one to break the story, and I get it. And trust me, I get it. But when you do that, you got to come back and clean up the mess that you got started. You got to come back and clean up the lies that you said because you had it all wrong. That's why I always had preached when it came to any of these stories. And sometimes you don't go looking for information. Let the information come to you. If you got people who really support your platform, they're going to give you accurate information. They are. All right. So you let the information come to you and stop digging in garbage to be the first one to report the story. Just so you can say you're the first one that did it, which I see a lot of YouTubers do that. They do that to try to be the first one to report it and say they was the first one to do it. And a lot of them that does that fucks the whole story up. Then I also hear a lot of YouTubers, when they fuck the story up, they double down on the fuck shit. Once people tell them you got it wrong, they'll double down on it. And I don't understand that. But again, that's when their stubbornness come in, that we don't apologize. We don't like to apologize. We want to say what we want to say and say that what we said is right. And a lot of us like that. Because a lot of us don't like being wrong. But it is what it is. If you're wrong, you're wrong. That's all it is to it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Have I got some things wrong when I do a lot of these podcasts? Damn right I got it wrong. But you best believe Chris Thorne don't mind being standing corrected that he got it wrong. Yeah, I heard some of these people I interview when I do these stories, they tell me what part I got it wrong. And you know what? My bad. Or if it's half truth, they'll tell me that it's half the truth, but this the part that you're missing. And when you get parents and stuff that come to your show to give you an interview, to give you more insight on these stories, they see the humbleness in you. That's why they don't mind talking to you. Because they see the humbleness in you. So when she said that part, I totally agree when she said that. I totally agree. If you're going to report it right. Now, does it feel good to be the first one to report the story? Hell yeah, it does. Yes, it does. It do. But if this is what you're in it for, to be an advocate for a church or whatever you're advocating for, that should be the furthest thing that you're worrying about who the first one who did it. If you're an advocate, whatever you call yourself with doing this stuff, the fact of the matter is, you're bringing awareness to the story, and you want to be a part of the people who bring awareness to the story and bring the story out. That's what we're supposed to do. It ain't about collecting no money. It ain't about getting no super chats. It ain't about getting no donations or any of that shit. But if your people support you that way where they give you money, hey, it's all fine and dandy. Ain't all about that. If your heart is really in it, then your heart is in it to speak up for children that can't speak for themselves. Now, if I just said something wrong, please tell me what I said wrong. And I see he's still over here giving y'all the blue with the buffering thing, but that's okay. We're going to fix all that once it's get through doing it. All right? We're going to fix all that. All right. So a lot of y'all saw the interview with the grandma. A lot of y'all had a heart for the grandma, but a lot of y'all was suspect about the grandma. And I put it to you like this, however you felt about it, you are more than welcome to feel how you feel. Because everybody's not going to agree with the same thing. Some of y'all felt that the grandma was suspect in a lot of stuff. Y'all felt like that the grandma was lying about a lot of stuff. Y'all did. But it's all about how y'all feel about it. How y'all felt about it. And I'm looking for one more thing, guys, and that'll be it for the show. All right. Again, going back down memory lane. This is where the mom came out and spoke.
We're here today to have Miss Sarah talk about yesterday's charges that were filed against Miss Theresa Balboa. It appears to be that justice is on its way for little Samuel Olson. And here's Miss Sarah Olson that has a few words for you all.
Hi, I'm Sarah Olson. I want to start off by thanking everybody for the prayers and the support and for helping bring justice to my son. I want to thank the media for getting his story out there.
You're welcome, Sarah. I am happy to be a part of the media to get your story out there. You are welcome.
It's been a long time. It feels like it's been a long time. And
the sad thing about this interview that I noticed about Sarah, I'm pretty much sure a lot of y'all picked this up too, is when you looked at Sarah right here, Sarah looked beat the hell up. She looked drained emotionally, and I get it because this is her son, and for what we read in the story, all the shit that transpired, even for a father to go through that, man, this shit is draining to them. And you just see her face. She just looks beat the hell up, And I don't think nobody should go through this, mother or father. Nobody should go through that. She looks beat the hell up in this interview. Poor baby.
it feels like it's also just begun. And I'm thankful that someone's finally being held accountable for my son.
Can you talk a little bit about, your first reaction, your initial thoughts when this news came out yesterday?
Honestly, I was a little angry. I am thankful for her getting charged for the murder there, just running around free.
Who is that person, Sarah?
It's Sam's father.
Should I ask this question or should I not? But I'm going to ask it anyway. How many of y'all agree with her when she said that? She said there should be one more person in custody. And he's still out there running free. She said this is dad. How many of y'all agree with what she said right there? And I know I shouldn't ask it. It's a rhetorical question, but I ask it anyway. How many of y'all agree?
It's Dalton Olson. He was supposed to keep our son safe. And he didn't. He took him away from me for what? To have him murdered?
Sarah, there are now 3 people who have been charged here, including the 2 gentlemen who
of helping Ms. Balboa dispose of and transport Samuel's body. As prosecutors work to put this case together, what do you expect from them in terms of what they know about what happened to your son and what they should be talking about and telling prosecutors as they work this case? Or any thoughts on that?
I just hope they did say everything. And for everyone that was involved, I hope they did name them. I hope the police do know and are just keeping us in the quiet, because it is an open case still. I'm thankful that they did come forward, because without them, who knows? Who knows where my son be?
Can you describe just, you talked about waiting for this moment, because you've been waiting for this. I know the words are hard to come by, but just describe what your family's been going through, Sarah.
We've been going through a lot of pain, not knowing, and it's anger. We have anger, and we just want all those that are responsible to be held accountable.
So can you talk about if you were able to finally get closure cremating the baby?
We were finally able to cremate Samuel. I was able to take Samuel, his ashes home on, I believe it was the 27th. We'll be holding a private service for him tomorrow.
What did that mean for you that you were finally able to go through that process? After waiting days that it take, in your heart it was like so long.
Honestly, I was waiting so long to get my son back. This isn't how I wanted to celebrate him coming back. So it hurts. It hurts having to do this, because it wasn't supposed to be like this.
Sarah, is there an ability for you to be consoled or counseled through this? I mean, no one can imagine experiencing what you're experiencing and what you're living. I mean, how are you getting through it?
My faith in God is strong. The prayers, my prayers, y'all's prayers, I believe that really is getting me through this. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know how I'm standing here talking to you. I don't know how I'm processing it, other than I have faith in God. And that's it.
Sarah, what's next for you, I guess, as this moves forward? What are you going to be doing?
Living day by day, being the best I can at whatever I'm doing. Life's hard, and it just got a lot harder. So
I was a little bit frustrated that it takes so long for somebody to get charged in the death of your baby.
it was very frustrating. It was all honestly, the person that I feel really needs to be charged is still walking around. And that's really what I'm waiting for.
What should he be charged with, you think? What did he do wrong?
He originally kidnapped my son from me. And then he put him in harm's way. knowing there was a court order against Theresa Balboa, he handed our son to him?
Oh, that's right. How did I forget that? Did he have a restraining order or something against her? I forgot about that. Didn't Dalton had a restraining order or something against Theresa? He had something against Theresa. I can't remember what it was. She just reminded me of that. What was it? What was it that he had against her? Was it a restraining order? I think it was a restraining order. It was. I forgot about that. And you still... That's right, Amanda. Yes, she strangling him or whooped his ass on one of the two, which probably both of them. She choked him or strangled him or something, and you still took your child over there and left your child alone with that woman. I forgot all about that. I'm glad I'm playing this. I'm glad I'm playing this now. I forgot all about that. I forgot about all about that. That's right. That's right. The reporter just asked her, what did he do? Why do you think he should be charged? I forgot all about that. He sure did. The woman strangled him and kicked his ass, and he went and got a restraining order. Here's my thing on that. Y'all might not agree with me what I'm about to say. Here's my thing on that. You put your hands on me. I'm not gonna leave my child in your care. You put your hands on me. First of all, because you do it to me, you're gonna do it to my child. Because that's upset you are with me, so you're gonna do it to my child. First of all, I'm not gonna put my child in your field of view. Now we got two options. I may get the restraining order. That's one. Number two, since you put your hands on me, let's put on them boxing gloves to go 12 rounds. Because I'm pretty much sure some of y'all in the chat room going to agree with this part of it. I got time today. So you want to get like that? Let's put on them boxing gloves, go 12 rounds. And I know a lot of you women, y'all think men should put their hand on women or whatnot. I understand it to an extent. I don't condone domestic violence. But I do believe in a man defending himself. So you going around choking me and all that stuff, trying to choke my lights out, man, you got to get it. You got to get it, man. You got to get it. Because we all see now with a lot of these stores, a lot of people look at that restraining order it ain't nothing but a piece of paper. And they still do shit. So one, I can't go get this restraining order. Or two, let's put on them boxing gloves, go 12 rounds. Right, MD, exactly. Hey, Miss Cooler, what's going on? 1-1, where you want me to rewind it to? You say rewind to where? Where you want me to rewind it to? Who all in the building now? Amanda, what's going on? 420 Mom. All right. My man Hard Talk Radio in the building. He said, this is hard to listen to this story. I got a young child. Don't ever want to feel the pain. Life is hard. Hey, you sure know what to say, brother. You sure know what to say. You sure know what to say. All right. You said go back a few seconds. I can do that for you.
Frustrating. It was all honestly, the person that I feel really needs to be charged is still walking around. And that's really what I'm waiting for.
What should he be charged with, you think? What did he do wrong?
He originally kidnapped my son from me, and then he put him in harm's way. Knowing there was a court order against Theresa Balboa, he handed our son to him? You endangered our child, and who knows what else happened. Only he knows, and he's sitting there silent.
Have you heard from him?
He tried contacting me about a week after they found Samuel, but I did not answer his phone calls.
If you were to talk with him, what would you say to him? If you're watching, what would you want him to know personally from you?
Tell our son's story. Stop being silent.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what happened to Sam.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you didn't know.
Exactly. I mean, y'all agree with that? There's no way that man did not know what was going on with his child. I agree with that too. There's no, you ain't finna tell me that. You can tell me that till you blue in the face. You're not finna tell me that you did not know what was going on with our son. Fuck you. You're not finna tell me that. All right. Anything that y'all miss, man, I'm gonna put it on my backup channel because a lot of y'all probably missed a lot of stuff because it keeps buffering. It keeps buffering. And that's because this software don't use, I guess it's having technical issues. So once this gets through, I'm gonna put it on my backup channel, like let y'all go watch the whole thing where y'all can hear everything from A to Z. Cause I know probably a couple things y'all may have missed because it keeps buffering. All right. And I apologize for that. I had no control over that. I apologize.
What about Theresa? What if you had a conversation with her right now?
No words for her.
Thank you, man.
Is there anything else you want to share, Sarah, before, anything else that's on your heart?
Just thank you all. Thank you for getting my son's story out there. Continuing to share him, thank you.
Do you have any message to other parents, moms, that probably are facing similar situation that you were living last year?
Keep fighting. Just don't stop fighting for your babies.
Facts.
Do whatever
Facts.
it takes. Just make sure they're safe.
Facts.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Buenos días, estamos aquí reunidos el día de hoy. Mi nombre es Joana Anaya con el grupo de abogados González y nos reunimos el día de hoy.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there because I think she was speaking to the Spanish Latina audience on that right there. So I'm gonna stop it right there. Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is an update of Sam Olson. And sorry for the hiccups, guys. Y'all getting a lot of buffering, so maybe a lot of stuff that y'all are missing, and I apologize for that. But however, I am going to put it up on my backup channel. As a matter of fact, I'm finna come in the comment section now to my backup channel. Y'all can go sub up to this backup channel. Y'all go sub up to that channel. And as soon as I get through with this, I'm going to put it over there. And I'm going to run it as a live again. It's going to be a premiere. It's going to be a premiere. You know, I'm not going to actually be live. It's going to be a pre-recorded live. And y'all can go over to that channel right there and catch the whole thing without the hiccups. You know. And whatever little detail that you miss, you can you will hear it there because you get a clean copy versus what's going on now with this live right now. All right, but however though, we are doing an update on Sam Olson. The update is that Theresa Balboa trial date has been set. It's been set for next year in February. The guy named Dylan, his trial gonna be set Wednesday. He got a date coming up Wednesday. I don't know about the Rivera guy, and to this day right here, we have not heard anything else from Dalton. Dalton just like a ghost. We don't know where the hell he at. This man's not saying nothing. He ain't came out and said a damn thing. You know, and I find that kind of odd for him to be the father. That's odd to me. But however, maybe he'll just shock us and just come out the blue and say something. But here's the thing, though. When he does come out and say something, is it too late? Is it too late? Or people are still willing to hear what he has to say? There'll be the question with a lot of y'all. Will it be too late? Or people just still want to hear what he has to say? Gee, cause there's another man shooting? Golly, man, jeez. What's really going on? that another man shooting, Jesus Christ. All right, kid, you be careful out there. You know. So yeah, guys. So again, yes, I just presented y'all the update with this Sam Olson case. And we went back down memory lane on what led up to everything on up to today. All right. And also they saying she is eligible for the death penalty. So we just have to wait till next year and see how everything plays out. And hopefully sometime sooner versus later, Dalton will come out and speak about his son. Hopefully he will. Guys, y'all take care of yourself, please. Love y'all. Be safe right there. And they got my backup channel up in there. I'm gonna get ready to put this on the backup channel so y'all can see this whole thing without it messing up the way that it is. And there'll be it right now. All right. And I'll see y'all next time. Stay tuned for more stories like this and more updates. And I'm your man, Chris Storms, and we'll get back. Peace out.